Hey folks, Lester, Jamie, and Ellie here. As you can see, I've been a little sunburnt. It's not about me though, folks. Hey, it's beautiful, beautiful springtime weather. And instead of us sitting in our usual spots, showing you things you've seen 100 times before, front yard, side yard, we thought this afternoon we'd get on the side-by-side and kind of drive you guys around and show you other parts of the property, things that are just as beautiful that you've not been privy to.
We're going on a tour, folks.
We're going on a tour. So if you guys sit down, buckle up, and hold on, we'll get this thing underway. So I'm thinking there's no better place to start this video than the place where most of us first met. Now, of course, things don't quite look the same as they did back then. Obviously, the coming home video after Hurricane Harvey, the flood from Hurricane Harvey. But this is the place where most of you guys first heard Lester ugly cry. Patty! Stop, Ellie. My boy still cringes whenever he thinks about that video. His friends in school gave him a hell of a time hearing his dad, who was an assistant on his high school football team. Oh boy. Yeah, they heard Lester cry. And a lot of you guys have seen this view plenty of times. We're coming into our back pasture where we keep the bigs. Jamie, get the gate for us. You watching it? Hey, Dan. So these guys think it's feeding time. It's a little bit too early for that, you guys. We'll do it when we get back. Oh my gosh, Ellie, you gotta take this camera and video this because they're gonna chase us.
Okay.
It's videoing right now. It's already
okay. Yeah.
So we're just kind of sad. They think it's feeding time, and it's not. Give us 30 minutes, guys. Give us 30 minutes. They're chasing us?
Not really.
Oh,
no, here they come. Yeah, here they come.
Go back. We're not feeding you right now. Oh, this is too sad. No. We're not feeding y'all again. It's not dinner time. Oh, this is sad. Why do we have that camera right now?
Okay, here.
Gosh.
Lucky, you better move it, sister.
All right, so as you know, so this is the pasture where the animals, the large animals, the bigs we call them, normally hang out. But we do have some back property as well that comes along back through here. Yeah, the angle is going to be hard with the sun shining the way it is. I'll try to get off this. There we go. We have a real pretty pond back here. That's where the dogs enjoy hanging out. Let me give them a second. Don't go in the water if I give them a second. You know what? We'll wait till they come back. Are we still being followed?
Yeah.
Guys, let's not do this tour right now.
They're hungry.
Should we go? I feel bad. Look, they're following us. We should feed them first.
Well, how long will it take?
It doesn't matter. If we go to
There's Bucky's mask.
Listen, if we drive to the woods, they're going to follow us to the woods,
You're
all
right.
for nothing.
You're right. We should be
We're not going to be cruel, folks. We're going to turn around, go home, feed the animals. Baby, I am so sorry. That was so mean of us. We didn't think about that. All right, folks, to be continued. This video will be continued. We're not going to make our animals, we're not going to torture them like this.
They're like, where are you feeding us
They don't realize that we're not here to feed. All right, I can turn around. We got the animals fed, and now we're going to continue on our adventure around the property. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Should have done that. That was so sad. All right, so this is where we left off the first time around.
Round 2. Here we go.
It's hard to see because of the angle of the sun.
Yes.
It's about 6 in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of the animals that live back here, we have a lot of feral hogs, a lot of wild hogs, and they have become quite the nuisance. My nephew has set a few traps out and tried to catch them and relocate them, but it seems like for everyone he catches, 5 or 6 more show up. As a matter of fact, you guys might remember a while back, Ellie and I were walking around one night showing you the property, and we walked upon a group of wild hogs, 4 or 5 hogs. Is that Ellie?
Yeah, that was nice.
So hold on a second. Hold on.
Back up.
Oh, no, right here, right here. So all of the plants right here with white flowers on them are actually wild blackberries, and for every flower will become a berry. No, Lester is not a fan of blackberries, but Lex and I love them. And Lester is not a fan of picking blackberries either. But I spend a great deal of time down here in about a couple more weeks.
Jamie, video on my arm. I get beat up enough around the house. I'm getting burnt, scratched, cut, you name it, enough. Why would I want to put myself through putting my hand down amongst a bunch of blackberries? Because as you might not can see from your angle, zoom in there really close and show folks who don't know, those who buy blackberries out of a store.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get there.
Can you see the prickly thorns on those things?
Those are thorns, and this is a small bush. So you definitely have to wear long sleeve
Why in the
pants.
world would I want to put my hand down through for a tiny
Long sleeve pants, long pants and long sleeve shirt.
All right, the favorite part of my trail, but the one Jamie hates the most,
I hate this so
is
much.
climbing up this hill. So what I do is I put side by side in 4-wheel drive. Ellie, hold on, brother. And we're going to climb right up it. Hold on, guys.
I hate it.
All right. And there, see, that has just come from years of the creek, washing out the main trail.
So this is how we get down to the river. And Lester thinks it's the most fun and awesome game ever.
What?
Yeah. Because it's a very narrow path and there's trees and branches and everything else. And of course he's in control and swoops them out of his way while he's on his way down.
All right, so the reason we have to keep this gate locked is for two things. We keep our animals out back here because there are alligators in the river. Besides that, sometimes when the river gets low, the animals will sometimes try to cross over to get to the other side. And so we keep the gate locked so animals can't come through here. Another reason that we keep the gate locked is because sometimes people who come down the river, hold on, stop whining. People who come down the river in kayaks or canoes, or folks who are across the river on ATVs, they'll also see the river's low and they'll try to cross over and go sporting around on our property, terrifying our animals. And we've just always been scared of what could happen. We never had any problems with anyone vandalizing anything back here. There's not a whole lot you could do, but just better safe than sorry. We keep those gates closed and locked. Alright, let me have that camera. Okay, so a sad story about the spot right over here. When we were growing up, this is a place Dad always brought us kids to hang out and just, my dad kept goats back here at the time, and the goats kept all this brush eat down. We had picnic tables set up. We had lights that were hooked up to a battery, a 12-volt battery, like a car battery. And we'd come down here day and night and hang out. The kids would play. Mom and Dad would sit here and talk, and we'd fish off the bank of the river here. There's the dogs. But it's a different generation now, folks. And I'm not saying this to be mean, because I understand times change. But my kids, that one right there, he could care less about coming to the woods. It's just not his thing, and that's fine. I'm not going to force him to come down through here. Ellie and I have hung out in the woods every weekend growing up.
You can go to the woods on Fortnite.
Even after his mom and I divorced, we come down to the woods and we do our thing, and he's had plenty of exposure to nature, but he just chooses to do other stuff around the house, and that's fine. But it is a really neat spot. It's shaded almost the entire day. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place. I feel bad that I haven't upkept it the way my dad used to. And that's the reason, though. There's no one ever comes back here anymore. So anyway, it's a beautiful spot. Here's our river. This is the San Jacinto River. Did I say San Jacinto? Yes. All right, I meant San Jacinto. In Español, San Jacinto. And it's not real wide. It's nothing like you see in movies, in the Mississippi and some of those larger rivers, but it is our river. I hope this video is not boring to people. Are y'all bored making it?
No, I think they'll like it.
Sometimes we make a video and we're not sure how it's going to be received. Here you go, baby. But I think that for each in their own, I can make a video of Petunia, and I realize that a video of Petunia has an entire different fan base than a video of Ringo. A video of Ringo has an entire different fan base of those of Annie or Shirley. All of these animals have
And then
their own
there's
little fan
Maggie.
base. I can't even talk.
Are you
Maggie,
okay?
No, I haven't even been drinking. But Maggie has her own little fan base. And so I'm just wondering sometimes, I mean, if anyone wants to see kind of the rest of the Morrow property, where we live, where we, you know, do our thing, where the animals hang out by day.
All right, where are we going to next?
All right, so next, well, first of all, watch your face here.
Oh.
Ellie, stop. All right, so next I'm going to take you guys to one of my favorite places around the property. We have a family cemetery. It's a private family cemetery. It's a place where my grandfather always enjoyed as a kid. And so he asked that whenever he passed, we find a way to have him buried on his own property. And so my dad and my uncle, they did that. They contacted the government and found out the right regulations and all the stipulations, and we paid the fees and everything else. And then when my grandfather passed, we actually had him buried on our own property. As of now, there are 5 people buried there. I have both of my sets of grandparents from my mom's side and my dad's side, along with my sister had a baby who she lost. And so that is one of these days, the same place I guess all of us will rest. And so it's on the way home. We'll go there now.
Okay.
Built years ago when these trees were just little, we would bring buckets of water over here, and we didn't have a water hose at that point, so we had to actually bring buckets of water and water all the trees. Now, as you can see, they're grown now. It's been at least 20 years, maybe longer than that.
Yeah, anything pawpaw, he was kind of talking about that the other day.
Yeah, Jamie, as I circle around over here, well, what's the date on that tombstone right there, baby? Yeah, pawpaw died before 90. That's 85, I see it. So if that's 1985, that was how many years ago, Ellie? How many? No, 1985. Damn, has that been 45 years?
No, I was born in 82.
So that's how old all these trees are. Anyway, it's made a real pretty lane down through here.
It is beautiful.
I have to keep it mowed. That's the only hard part, is keep it mowed and weed eating. But this is the cemetery. That's where my grandparents are buried. All right, I think that we should end the video with the spot that is probably the most synonymous with us. The part of the pasture where you guys see the most, right here in the front. I would say this is probably the most videoed spot, wouldn't y'all think?
Yep.
Most of our videos happen right here in the front. You guys met us the first time after that flood right over here. And a lot has changed since then, and a lot remains the same. What do y'all want to say to end this video?
I don't know. What do you got? Any words, Jamie?
Any words, Jamie?
Thanks for loving us.
Thanks for loving us. Thanks for taking this journey with us. Oh, get it? Journey?
Uh-huh.
Ah, Ellie, you can't think of something brilliant like that?
Think of a pun. I don't know. I guess.
Well, I'm going to zoom into our brand, and it's going to end right here.